In the Grand Hall of Asgard, golden chandeliers shimmer while enchanted torches flicker, casting a majestic glow. Thor sits on his Asgardian throne, casually spinning Mjolnir in his hand. With his birthday approaching, he realizes that an Asgardian feast is a must. But without his friends from Midgard, the celebration would feel incomplete. Suddenly, an idea strikes him. Mjolnir isn't just a weapon, it can be a messenger too. Chanting an ancient Asgardian spell, he imbues Mjolnir with the power to send magical text and recorded voice messages. With a mighty throw, he sends it soaring toward Earth, carrying invitations to his friends. In the quiet evening of New York, Steve Rogers sits in his apartment, sipping coffee. A sudden gust of wind swirls around the room as Mjolnir crashes onto his table, shaking his cup. Recognizing Thor's hammer, he immediately wonders what the emergency is this time. Picking it up, he watches as a glowing message appears, carrying Thor's voice, announcing the grand birthday celebration and insisting that Steve bring along some Midgard friends. After a moment of thought, Steve writes his response and hurls Mjolnir back toward Asgard. Mjolnir returns to Asgard, where Thor eagerly catches it and bursts into laughter upon reading Steve's message. The response is clear. His friends are excited, but they expect Midgardian food. Natasha and Sam are in, while Hulk demands an Asgardian-sized cake before committing. Thor finds the idea amusing and considers sending another message, but a better plan forms in his mind. Instead of just contacting Steve, he decides to send Mjolnir to all his friends at once. The enchanted hammer first arrives at Tony Stark's mansion, crashing straight through a holographic screen in his workshop. Annoyed yet intrigued, Tony wonders if this is an attack or a delivery. The glowing message from Thor clarifies everything. He's invited and must wear Asgardian armor. With a smirk, Tony types a sarcastic reply before sending Mjolnir back. Next, the hammer lands in front of Hulk, who doesn't pick it up, but examines it curiously. His simple response is enough. He likes big cake, so he's coming. Mjolnir instantly zooms back to Asgard. Back on Earth, Captain America retrieves Mjolnir once more and reads the latest message from Thor. Everything is ready. The banners are up, Loki is handling fireworks, and Odin has issued a warning to keep the Warriors 3 from drinking too much. The only remaining question is when the Midgardians will arrive. With a chuckle, Steve sends a final message, confirming their departure, but requesting Thor to arrange for Midgardian drinks and pizzas, as Sam isn't fond of Asgardian ale. As Mjolnir speeds back, Thor laughs heartily, pleased with how useful the hammer has become. He orders a grand welcome, signaling the Asgardian trumpets to play. The Avengers arrive in Asgard, and the grand feast begins. Loki orchestrates dazzling fireworks while Odin secretly samples Midgard's pizza. The celebration is nothing short of legendary. As the festivities continue, Thor admires Mjolnir, appreciating its new role beyond battle. But just as he pours another round of Asgardian ale, the hammer's enchantment activates on its own. A glowing message shoots into the sky, its trajectory heading toward an unknown realm. Steve notices and questions whether this is normal, and soon, all eyes follow the energy trail. Hulk growls in unease. Something is wrong. Unbeknownst to them, Mjolnir has accidentally delivered a message to a dangerous enemy. The party is in full swing when a dark portal suddenly opens. A shadowy figure steps into the throne room, immediately putting everyone on alert. The Avengers brace themselves for battle, and Tony activates his nanosuit. But instead of an attack, laughter fills the air. The figure steps into the light. It is the Enchantress, Amora, Loki's old rival. Amora claims she received an invitation from Mjolnir and decided to join the celebration. Thor, bewildered, realizes his hammer has once again gone rogue. Though suspicious, the heroes remain cautious as Amora appears to be in a lighthearted mood. Steve, ever the strategist, insists that they cannot let an enemy join without a challenge. Seizing the moment, Tony proposes a condition. Amora must defeat Hulk in an Asgardian drinking contest. Amused, she accepts without hesitation, confident in her victory. As the drinking contest begins, Amora gulps down Asgardian ale effortlessly while Hulk struggles to keep up. The mighty Avenger, known for his strength, finds himself faltering as the powerful drink takes its toll. Within moments, he wobbles, slurs a few incoherent words, and collapses. Amora, triumphant, strikes a victorious pose. With a mischievous grin, she declares herself the ruler of the party. The Avengers, caught off guard, watch in horror as she ascends the Asgardian throne. As her magic surges, the entire room transforms. Tables float, fireworks spin out of control, and chaos engulfs the once lively celebration. Hulk awakens, now in a hyper rage. Natasha and Sam attempt to subdue Amora, but she easily evades their attacks. Realizing the party has turned into a battleground, Thor finally steps forward. With a commanding presence, he lifts Mjolnir and summons a massive thunderbolt, shattering Amora's enchantment. Defeated, Amora huffs in frustration. With a flick of her wrist, she conjures a portal and vanishes, leaving behind a chaotic yet relieved group of heroes. The party lies in ruins. The exhausted Avengers sit amidst the wreckage, shaking their heads. Tony remarks that this was, without a doubt, the worst birthday party ever. Steve reflects on how the entire ordeal stemmed from a single misplaced message. Thor, holding Mjolnir, sighs deeply. The hammer, once his trusted weapon, had unintentionally caused more chaos than expected. As lightning crackles around it, even Mjolnir seems to radiate a sense of guilt. Thor stared at Mjolnir, his eyes filled with sadness. He whispered, "Mjolnir, what have we done?"